This past week, Maine GOP released an article featuring your public school administrator's salaries and benefits and how much it costs you as the taxpayer per student. You can find this article on mainegop.com under our segment Director's Desk. We'll also link it in the email for you. What's interesting is that while student enrollment is down 10% in the past decade, spending continues to increase, including an average administrator salary increasing 20% more than your teacher's salary. This past Tuesday, the DNC Crazy Train rolled into Portland, featuring new DNC Chairman Tom Perez and Senator Bernie Sanders. The event was interesting.
Yes.
Of course, the crowd was thrilled to see the new party chairman.
Maybe you came, though, because you're curious about the new DNC chairman and the future of the Democratic policy.
Congresswoman Pingree was pleased to see Senator Sanders and all of the people who came out to support him.
And thank you to Bernie for coming back to the state of Maine.
It would seem that Congresswoman Pingree forgot about that time during the convention when the will of the Maine Democrats was to support Senator Bernie Sanders, and instead she used her superdelegate status to support her corrupt friend, Hillary Clinton. This is the same Hillary Clinton that the Maine Democrats worked with the DNC to launder money directly into her campaign. But we guess that's water under the bridge now. Chairman Perez kept it classy as he touted the new DNC.
Those Republican leaders and President Trump don't give a shit about the people they were trying to hurt.
We guess the new DNC is trying to appeal to the youths through using edgy strategies like curse words and parading Senator Sanders across the country on a tour for a party that he's not even part of. Frankly, though, there were quite a few things that sounded pretty familiar.
We know it's rigged.
You know, the system, folks, is rigged. It's a rigged system.
Serious of them, which by and large are not significantly discussed by the corporate mainstream media.
Can you give us a question?
Don't be
You're
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
Can you
No,
give
I'm
us
not
a
going to give you a
question?
question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir.
Go ahead.
If I was more of a stickler, I'd say that the Democrats are appropriating some Republican ideas. This past Tuesday, President Trump signed an executive order which will make it harder for American tech companies to hire foreign workers who will work for less money than their American counterparts. A senior administration official said the following quote, "We are going to switch away from a random lottery system in which it's weighted toward the lowest wage workers towards a system that prioritizes higher skilled, higher paid workers, which would make it much more difficult to use it to replace American workers. This is a positive step towards putting America first." This past week, Congressman Bruce Poliquin stopped by Auburn Manufacturing Incorporated. You may recall how this past February, Congressman Poliquin helped the company with a huge victory over Chinese trade practices that were threatening our Maine businesses. The congressman released the following statement. "For far too long, Maine businesses have suffered and Maine jobs have been threatened because of unfair trade practices. I applaud Kathy Leonard for her commitment in standing up against unfair trade and proudly joining her in fighting to protect our Maine jobs. This final determination by the ITC is a huge and important win for these jobs and for our great state of Maine." Great job, Congressman. Thank you for looking out for us here in Maine. This morning, there was a public hearing on LD 1411, which you may recall was Senator Eric Brakey's piece of legislation to keep unconstitutional referendums off of our Maine ballots. You can still sign on to be a citizen co-sponsor by going to mainegop.com/rights. After you sign on to be a co-sponsor, you will also be given information on how to reach out to that committee to voice your support for this piece of legislation. We're very excited to end this week's News You Can Trust with your first look at our newest video, Obamacare. Promises made, promises broken.
Your employer, it's estimated, would see premiums fall by as much as 3,000%, which means they could give you a raise.
No state has struggled as much as Maine to increase coverage and make sure that we have true affordability in health care.
Insurance through a pool so that you can get the same good rates as a group that if you're an employee at a big company you can get right now, which means your premiums will go down.
What the thing's working exactly as intended.
When we could tell everybody in the last 6 years, it's going to be there for you. Maybe it's going to be a little expensive, you got to work through the system, but you're going to be able to get coverage.
Thank you for watching this episode of News You Can Trust. Be sure to share it with your friends on social media. For more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you'd like to see more information on what we're doing at the party, go to MaineGOP.com. We know we're not reporters, but you can trust us.